The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the South Florida Live podcast. Listen, I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and we always say this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. So listen, I'm so glad that you joined us. You're joining us this evening. You're being a part of this episode on this evening. So come on in. Those that are viewing us by Facebook, come on, be a part of this episode on tonight. As you know, on Wednesday, we are building strong relationships with good relational goals. It's the single edition, y'all. So come on, be a part of it on this evening. Go ahead and like and share. If you're viewing us by Facebook, please like and share and then tag a few people, if you will. Thank you so much for doing that. So come on. Listen, I hope everyone experienced peace and blessings on this day. Everybody's doing well. Everyone had a wonderful day on today. You had a productive day on today. I pray that was it. I hope everybody once again have peace and blessings on today. So come on. Come on, join us. Let's go. Hey, hey, listen, those that are coming on, hey, do me a favor. Go ahead and tag and share. Those that are viewing by YouTube, let's hit the like and share button. If it's your first time viewing us by YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. And once you do that, you can go ahead and click on the little bell. That's the notification bell. Click all, and that way you'll be notified every time we go live. Would you do that for me, please? Thank you so much. Yeah, it's that time. We are building strong relationships with good relational goals. It's the singles edition. Hey, listen, if you're viewing by Facebook, go ahead and like and share. Please like and share. And at least tag about 5. Let's tag 10 people tonight. Let's tag 10 people tonight and let them know the South Florida Live podcast is on. And it's the singles edition. We're talking single stuff tonight. So come on, join me. Come on, be a part of this episode on this evening. All right, those that are viewing, that's coming on, good evening to you. I always say, I've been raised, if someone say good evening, you're supposed to say good evening back. So good evening to you, good evening to you, good evening to you, good evening to you. Listen, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds, 30 more seconds, 30 more seconds, 30 more seconds, and then we're going to go live. All right. Come on, let's go, please. Come on, go ahead and tag some people in the tag some people, please. Tag a few people. Let them know that the Stop Florida Live podcast is on. We are talking singles. We're building strong relationships with good relational goals. It's the single edition. Join us tonight. All right, about 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Come on now. Those that are viewing Facebook, go ahead. Please go ahead and view. If you're viewing by Facebook, please like and share. Please like and share. Show us some love. Hit the hearts for us. Let us know that you're there. Give me some hearts. Give me some love. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're there. Also, I need you to share. Release 10 people on tonight. We are talking. We are building strong relationship with good relational goals. It's the single edition, y'all. We're 2 seconds out. All right. Hey, good evening once again to everyone that's locked in, that's tuned in to the South Florida Live podcast. Thank you for joining us on this evening. I surely appreciate it. Thank you. We are once again, we are building strong relationship with good relational goals. Good relational goals on tonight. Hey, it's been fire the last couple of weeks. We've been having a real good time, having a good discussion, good conversation on dating God's way. Yeah. That's where we're at. We're talking about dating God's way. So hey, it's been wonderful. My panel has been great. We hey, listen. I had someone inbox me and said that what we have been discussing, what we've been talking, has really been helping them and blessing them. They say they wish they had this some of this stuff. Someone had shared this with them before they got involved, before they got married and didn't go right, and some of the things that happened because they see a lot of things that they didn't do, and what they did do uh in the conversation that we've been having. So that's a good thing. I like that. I like when someone can see themselves in what we're talking about and admit that, hey, wow, I wish I'd have did it that way. It'd have been better. And that's what it's about. That's what we're trying to do. It's helping me. I hope it's helping someone else and helping the panel. We all are growing and taking this walk with this dating thing. So and trying to learn how to do it better whenever it comes our way. All right. So that's where we at. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. Those that are viewing, come on, give me some love, give me some thumbs up, and hey, let me know you're there. Say good evening to me. So hey, listen, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started. I have one of my panelists tonight. She be riding strong with me. Um, 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 uh, Brother Rob is I think he's on his way. He'll be joining us soon, and also Miss Emilda. Wallace. She'll be joining us soon. But it's just me and the angel egg. My sister. It's me and my sister right now. Yes, she's the angel egg lady, the one and only Chantel Weston. Hey, my sister, how are you?
Had to
There you
take it off mute, right? I'm
there
doing well. How are you?
there you go. Unmute me. Let me go. Free me.
Loose me. Head be loose. Turn be loose.
Turn me loose. Turn me
Turn be
loose.
loose.
Don't muzzle me. How you doing, sis? How you doing?
All is well. All is well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I won't complain. I made it through the day. Thank the Lord.
Amen.
Hallelujah. It was,
Hallelujah.
in spite of it all, it was a productive day.
That's good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, it was a productive day. Productive.
Very good.
Hope you had one too.
Yes, sir, I did. I was working from home today and got some stuff done, so that was good.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. Able to work from home and
Yeah,
just
but I'm
chill.
back in the office tomorrow.
Did you get dressed? Did you get up and your normal your normal routine and put on
Yeah.
clothes and all that, or you
Yep.
just stayed the way you were?
Splash my face, brush my teeth, got right to it.
So you stayed the way you were.
Listen, be in the computer.
You didn't have to worry about traffic and all that stuff. So
No. Oh my God, thank God. Whew.
yeah, yeah, that part right there. That part. That
Listen, I
part.
I mentioned yesterday that I was on I-95 driving home,
Yeah.
and it was the car in front of me, and I saw the car on the side of him. They threw a glass bottle at the truck.
I mean, okay, they threw I saw you post that. They threw a glass bottle at the truck just
At
to
the
throw
tr
it, or did the truck like cut in front of them, or
I
they
don't know.
stopped, whatever.
Listen, I don't know what happened prior, but when I got behind them, I don't know if they had some exchange of words or what happened before I got behind them. I just know I saw that bottle go flying out that window and it hit that truck, and I was
Wow.
like my mouth literally just dropped. Like, did that just
See, and that's how that road rage stuff happened, and people start shooting up people's cars because
happen?
you know,
It's real.
yeah,
That
because
stuff is real.
you don't know who was in that car. And they could have stopped, man, and got out and start unloading, but not hitting them, but hitting someone else.
Right, and then the person who got hit with the bottle, they start swerving in and out of traffic, and I guess at one point they was like, "It's not worth it," and they end up exiting off somewhere else. But on I-95, the
Oh,
expressway,
wow.
I mean,
And
we weren't at a standstill. We were driving. We
you were
weren't going
driving,
like,
so
yeah,
they
we
were
weren't
moving.
going like 90 miles and nothing like that. But still, it was moving traffic, and he just took the glass bottle and threw it at the truck.
Something had to happen prior to
It
either
had to.
they cut in front of them or something happened, but that's not the answer. That
At all.
that's not.
People are people are special.
Yeah, that's not the
Are
answer.
special. You
I
don't
mean,
know what people have in their cars, what their mindset.
right,
You don't know what people dealing with. He could have just easily crashed into him, and
right. That
God
part,
knows,
or
could have been fatal
just stopped in the middle of the road.
on the
After
expressway.
he just stopped in the middle of the road on the expressway, got out his truck and just started shooting.
Retaliated,
Yeah.
yeah,
Started shooting or going up to his window, beating on the window and stuff. And then that person may pull out a gun. It's crazy. So
yeah.
the more to the story, y'all, let's just let them have it.
Let it go.
It's not worth it. It's not
Let it
worth
go. Let it go.
It's not even worth it. It's not.
At
I
all.
see it. I see it often too. I'm at the work at around. I work around the airport, Fort
Mhm.
Lauderdale. I see it so regular. It's just crazy. So you got to have patience out there, and take your
Exactly.
patience with you at all time. Hey,
Yeah.
listen. Wow, why I keep losing this. Uh, we it's just you and I, but we're gonna
Just the
have fun.
two
Hey,
of
listen,
us.
last week, I had a good time last week.
I did too.
I had a good time last week. because
Yeah.
we there's some stuff that I threw at y'all. Y'all were handling it real good. Um,
Listen, I was struggling a little bit, but I kept my head above the water. I was trying to maintain and be strong for the women, hold it down, you know.
yeah, I mean,
But you
just
had me in the hot seat now.
I,
You had me in the hot seat.
listen. But I mean, but we I mean, y'all handled it, y'all answered it
Yeah.
well, and I'm sure there were some people that gave me feedback later, like, "Wow, that was interesting." I
Yes.
know that I learned something. That was very engaging and just knowledgeable for them. Um,
Right.
like
Good.
the Christian woman thing. Like, as a Christian woman, what do you find attractive in a Christian man? They were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I never thought about it." You
All
know, I
right.
never looked at it. It was like, okay, so whoever Joe Blow might pop, but to actually, have an attraction in a
Mhm.
in a in a Christian man,
Yes.
um, what do that look like? So for those that did not catch it on last week, what do that look like? What the attraction of a Christian man? What for you, your views, what do that look like? How do that
Mhm.
what do you see in that? As a Christian woman,
Mhm.
what do you find attractive?
Um, Gotta be physically attractive, one.
Oh, hallelujah. Glory, glory.
Physically attractive, good conversation, intellectual. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else?
Now, do we have to
Someone
be that do we have to be that what's that? Ebert's dude?
it
What
interest it
yeah, he
is
gotta be
Idris
that.
Elba.
He gotta be
No,
that. He gotta be that Prince Charming looking cat.
no, no, no. Some of those be they be trouble. Those are ones that sometimes get in trouble. Now I'm not saying not all, but some of them, mm-mm,
What
no,
but having that attraction, I mean,
yes,
it some people say it don't have to be beauty. It's more than beauty. It's the mind and it's that
it's
part.
all of that. It's all that, and then some. It's the beauty on the inside. It's the beauty on the outside. All of it counts, I believe.
Cause what Sugar Avery said, you sure is ugly. You ugly on the inside. You gonna be what's that? That was Whoopi. I'm not Whoopi. That was
That was
Whitney.
good. Color
That was
purple.
Whitney. No, Whitney said he's, on what's that? What was that movie that she was in?
You said
Waiting
Whitney.
to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale.
Oh,
One of
you
the characters said he ugly on he ugly on the he ugly on the outside. So, so hey, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Yeah. So that was one of the areas that we looked at. What does and another one, what does a godly woman look for in a man? What does a godly woman look for in a man?
Looks for fruit, first of all. Someone who has a relationship with God, not just, kind of going through the motions, who actually spends time with the Lord, has that relationship, has accountability, who surrounds himself with like-minded Christians, because
Mhm,
we know iron sharpens iron.
mhm.
Someone who's walking in their calling, purpose, and yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
that's
all that,
yeah,
all that
hmm
right there. Now,
right there.
now let's go back because Rob did bring a real he brought a good point to that part about the attractive thing.
Right.
It is true, man. How can you? I mean, there got to be some looks. The looks got to be appealing.
Definitely. Yes, I
I
agree.
mean, that's not all you're chasing is
No.
good looks because you can get a good looking and you can find a good looking woman and a fine woman. I mean, sexy and her attitude stink. And I'm
Ooh,
sure it's the same way with men
right.
with a guy.
Yes, true. Very true. Very,
They can
very
be
true.
all that, but that joke gonna be abusive.
Abusive,
Yeah. So
disrespectful, yes,
yeah.
all that.
So that stuff you got to be real careful about
Mhm.
when you talking about that. So how can you how could you tell if a godly man
Mhm.
is godly and he's pursuing you. He's pursuing you. How can you tell that?
I could tell by, well, I pray to God for discernment,
Mm,
first off. And just by how he interacts with me, the things that he talks about, his mindset of what he spends his time doing, is he serving, just the people that he's around, stuff like that kind of lets me know.
right. So okay, right. So now I was going to ask this question, but just you here, but I guess you can answer it.
Okay.
Um, just give a brother, give the brothers, few maybe some brothers on that's watching. Uh,
Mhm.
give us some tips. Give us some tips, because sometimes we don't always get it right. We got to admit, sometimes we knuckleheads. We don't get it right. But how can we and how can we attract a Christian woman? What can a man do? What Share with us what can we do or some of the things that we might do to attract a Christian woman, or what would attract you? What or share with some of the things of that would attract you that would attract you to a man, or you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
would say first, if before you pursue a woman, talk to the Lord about it, please, because a lot of times, men and women, we tend to be led by our flesh. What we see, like we just talked about, they could be beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, you don't know what their mindset is. You don't know X, Y, Z, right? Another thing is be intentional. Be intentional from the jump.
Mm,
Let them know what your intentions are, because I think sometimes we bypass that, and it's a whole lot of time, energy, tension, all that gets wasted because we surpass that, and then you move along, and then you find out that you all are not even on the same page as far as what you want.
right.
Next thing would be, I know we say this every show, I believe, but communication.
Yeah.
Communicate effectively as often as you need to. I can't read your mind. You can't you can't read my mind. It's very important to communicate.
Right.
And
Right.
I would say any and everything, especially if it's someone that you know that you're pursuing, you see potential with them, just be an open book. Be open and honest.
Right. It can you tell, or is it a turn off? I've heard this sometime. Is it a turn off when guys approach a woman or a Christian woman and trying to kick off first start out with trying to impress instead of just being genuine and real?
Yeah, for me personally, just be yourself. You don't have to do all that extra
You
stuff.
ain't got to do that line. You ain't got to try and that.
No, no, because I'm going in my mind, I'm like, this is really corny. Are you really saying this to me? Like, what are you if you were to approach me in a manner that I know is not genuine, I'm just kind of like smiling like, but in my mind I'm like, mm-mm. No, mm-mm. Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Okay. It ain't no line. No, don't need to come with no
No,
line. Just
honest,
hey,
that's
how you doing?
just, how you doing? How's your day? I
Yeah,
saw you
yeah,
over there. I saw you walking by. I think you're beautiful. Something like that. Don't come with the corniness with the lines and mm-mm.
mm.
No.
I've been thinking about you all day long. I know you. Well, like, I don't even know how. I don't even know some of the things. I'm trying to.
Yeah, please.
Um,
I had one
if
guy
you have
told
the time, all that. Do you have the time? Yeah. No, I don't have.
one
I know the time for me and you to
listen,
be together and stuff. Oh, come on, really?
elder. This man told me in church one time.
Oh
He said,
Lord.
I told my grandma about you. What? Sir, I don't even know your first or last name.
Ah! He told his
Yeah,
grandma about you.
he told his
Oh wow,
mind you, I seen him in church. I've never spoken to him or anything. He
wow.
came up to me after service one Sunday and said, "I told my grandma about you." Huh?
What really was your what was your real response? And did you respond, or you just had a reaction, or you just had a look on your face that let him know, like, oops?
All of the above. And I
Wow.
kind of laughed it off because it caught me by surprise. Because again, I don't know you, sir.
Why your grandma?
And why you telling your grandma about me? Why? I don't know you. She don't know me. I don't know her. Why is this discussion happening?
Yeah. Why?
Whew.
Listen, I'm actually, and then we woo, that's crazy right there. I'd have been like, run,
Listen, I couldn't get out that pew, out that door fast enough when he said that. I was
run.
like, all right, that's time to go.
Time to go. Time to
Look,
go. And this,
let me hurry up before he catch my car. I don't need him trying to
okay, try to
stalk me
find
in the parking lot. Nothing.
how you rat to your car. Got a stalker.
Security,
Security.
peacekeeper,
Please keep us.
somebody.
listen, listen. So what are, if you're if you if obvious he's not this question.
Uh,
What are you looking for in a man
mm,
according to the Bible? If that right man shows up, what are some of the aspects that you're looking for in the man according to the Bible, according to the Word of God? Uh,
mhm.
what do you what's that man?
I think it goes back. I mentioned this before to the fruit. I want someone who is patient, who's long suffering, who has self control, who's kind, meekness, gentleness, all of the above, along with someone who's supportive, someone who's respectful, someone who's not selfish,
Mm,
who's able to communicate, someone a partner, someone that I can bounce ideas off of and, kind of collaborate on certain things.
yeah. 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 Okay. Y'all heard that, ladies. I don't know. It's some ladies that's viewing. What do y'all think? I want to hear from the ladies that viewing. Hey, Miss Sheila, Erica, Judy. Hey, sis. Listen, I just asked this question. Y'all give me your opinion, give me your comments. Um, what are you looking for in a man according to the Bible? Judy, I know you're married, but what were you looking for, or what were you expecting to? I know the Bible say when a man finds a good thing. What were you looking for, if you don't mind sharing with us in the comments? What were you looking for in a man according to the Bible? If someone showed up that your great man was what who you have now, the husband you have now, if is he the one that you were looking for according to the Bible? Just give me a yes or no if you're still watching, if you're still viewing, if you're still watching, Judy. um so those that are single, what you tell me, y'all answer that if you will in the comments. Someone who was willing to settle down with, and yes, okay, so my brother was that fit. He was that fit, that according to the Bible he was that fit for you. That's what you saw as a godly man in that, when he approached you. Now, Judy, he did find you. He did approach you. You didn't, you can be, a little, Judy. So um, I'm sure he found you. I know he found you, Judy, but did he come to you first, or you went to him first? Just yes or no. So ladies that are watching, single ladies, what are y'all? What's that man look like? That look like? Are you looking for in a man according to the Bible? Make some comments if you will. I have some ladies that watching. Make some comments if you will. All right. Oh, this. Oh, hey, we got our sister here with us. She is here. She rolling. She rolling, rolling, rolling. She in them streets. But she rolling.
Hey,
Hey, sis. Good evening.
looking beautiful as always.
Unmute. Unmute.
Sorry. Sorry. Thank y'all. I'm so sorry I'm late. I had another meeting and
It's all
yeah,
good.
Okay, it's all good. We understand. I
thank
told
you.
people before how busy. You know, you busy, busy, busy. You busy, busy.
No,
You that
no,
busy.
I had the gift of Noah in this season a lot. A lot. But
Mhm.
some meetings are important.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Okay, Judy. Oh, we were introduced by his cousin. Okay, y'all were introduced by his cousin. So when you first got introduced to him, I'm talking my sister Judy right now, Amelia.
It's
So when you
okay.
got introduced to him by his cousin, how did I mean what was your take? Was this like, oh my, this oh my god, this is him, this is God sent right here, or you were still kind of not too sure about it at first? Me and my sister, we having a conversation right now.
That's okay.
Um,
But Chantel, I like your response. It was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
awesome.
Thank you.
And communication is so important.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So
100%.
so now while we got you on here, E, yeah, yeah. What how to I was afraid to date at first due to past hurt. Oh, okay. Okay. She said she was afraid to date at first due to past hurt. So how
Right.
long it me and my sister having a conversation, y'all. How long sis did it take you to kind of get over that or give him that opportunity, not kind of, you know, take it out on him, that hurt, take it out on him? How long did that take? But I was going to ask you that how can you tell if a godly man is godly is pursuing?
That's the question for me.
Yes, ma'am.
How can I tell if he's godly? I really can't tell unless I pray and ask God to reveal it to me.
Mm,
Honestly, I that's the last situation I had. It appeared that they were godly, wanted to pray and different things, and then some things happened. And the night before our last date, um, I asked the Holy Spirit to reveal to me what I needed to know,
mm,
and he let me know. So I
okay.
knew that it was time to back up.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm always, I was just, matter of fact, I was just having a conversation with one of my classmates from class of '85 in Miami Northwestern Bulls. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
All
But
right.
anyway, but we were talking about dating. You know, I'll be 57 September 1st. And so, so I'll be 57 September 1st, Lord's willing. And
Amen.
just not to waste time in this season. Um, it can appear to be godly, but you really need to, yeah, really pray in this
Yeah.
season.
yeah.
And that goes both ways. I'm talking about both sides need to pray.
Yeah.
We all need to pray and make sure,
Yeah.
because I'm also knowing understanding that just because we're both godly, is this the divine connection? Is this
Right.
the person that I'm supposed to be connected to? Because we have to be mindful of that too. Maybe
Right.
God allowed me to connect with this godly man to learn something, or to even pour into him,
Mhm.
or for a relationship, not for a relationship, uh to be making relationship goals, but for some other reason.
Mm.
And so
Yeah.
that's why I really need to pray, Lord, is this? And I believe that He will confirm it through that individual, and then I'll know.
Amen. Can I interject?
Yes.
I saw something, a video, a young lady talking about that. Sometimes we're putting people's lives to feel, FILL, and not to feel, FEEL.
Ooh.
Yep,
And I
that's
said,
right.
that's
Yep.
a good point, because sometimes we,
hmm
especially with the opposite sex, we get
Right.
caught up with the feelings, the
That's
FEL,
right.
FEELING, instead of just feeling, just pouring, just being that light
hmm
in their life.
Right.
We get
Yep.
caught up sometimes.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and that's
Wow.
why you
Yeah.
have to be mindful and pray. I'm telling you, it's just I look at it different now, and I'm just not anxious, like I was before.
Right.
Thank God.
Mm,
So I'm mindful. Why are you connecting me with this individual, Lord? You
mhm,
gotta let me know if this relational or this is to be connected for this other purpose.
Right.
right.
Because in it all, you can pray, but as you know, as we often been heard, you got to watch as well as pray.
Right.
Mhm,
So there's still some
yeah,
things that you need to watch while you are praying, because
Right.
sometimes, like I've said before in the singles ministry, sometimes you get your mindset into the point saying this person is this, this is the one, and that's the
Right.
one. And you can pray, but sometimes
mhm,
your mind can overpower what you're praying about, and
hmm
exactly.
and then you
Emotions.
focus.
Yes.
You lose focus
Right.
on what's the real thing, and you don't see some of the stuff that you should see.
Right.
Right.
Like my sister, she said we hit it off right away.
Oh,
To God be the
nice.
glory. Um,
Amen.
okay, okay. Because they so love each other. You can see them, and you just see the
Oh
love.
yes, it's
Yeah,
genuine. You can see it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Mhm,
beautiful.
So
yeah.
she asked a question. Yeah, someone said, yeah. Miss Sheila said, yeah, prayer's the key, and a lot of conversation with each other. Yeah, you got to.
Right.
Mhm, yeah.
Absolutely.
You can learn a lot
Absolutely.
by conversating with people,
Right.
having a conversation, and actually literally paying attention.
Yes. You
Listening,
have to listen.
Listen.
listening.
Yeah, if you listen real well, you can what's that, decoder some stuff, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah. My sister asked, she said, how long should Christians date in a long-term committed relationship? How
Mm.
long? Not
Mm.
long. How long? No, I'm just kidding.
What is that in? I'm always searching the scripture for things when people ask questions because I don't
No,
know if that's in the
it's not
Bible.
there. It's
Mm.
not there.
No,
I
I don't think.
know. So I think that everybody's situation would be different. It's just me talking.
Mhm.
I think that everybody's situation would be different according to how they pray in their conversations, if they're making relationship goals, and if they're petitioning God to make sure that this is the right connection.
Yes.
Because I've known some people that dated 6 months, dated a month, and they've been married 30 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think we get caught up in that with, who's right and who's wrong about how long somebody's supposed to be dating. I believe the Holy Spirit will reveal to the couples if they're godly, praying and seeking the Lord. He'll give them direction. And that's why you got to keep everybody else out when you're praying and you know the conversation that you're having with that
Right.
individual.
Yeah. I think, and she
Because
said
people
long,
have you caught up.
yeah, because she said long-term committed.
I heard her. Yeah, I
That
heard that part.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just I'm just illustrating that part.
Mhm.
Committed
Yeah.
relationship. That
Right.
don't
Right.
mean
But that's all
you're in a
according to what their plans are, what their goals are now.
right, because that don't mean you're in a long term. You've been seeing this person for a long time, but you
Right.
also been texting and communicating with somebody else.
Mm.
But what about if you're like, okay, so even sometimes friendships turn into relationships too.
Mm.
So sometimes you can be friends with an individual. That's why, I'm mindful to be praying. You could be really good friends with someone, and then God will reveal to the people that listen, this is it. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
but I believe that, but friendship, that's an area when you're talking about you've been friends. That's a very, very, to me, tough situation,
Mhm.
tough area when you talking about you've been friends for say 20 years, and now you talking about now going that other realm. You know what I'm
Well, I've
saying?
seen, and know what? Let me say this though, because I've a young lady has a testimony on Facebook. She's an motivational speaker or whatever. They were like best friends. They had been really good friends. They had been in different relationships, and things didn't work out. I think they had both gotten married and divorced, and so you just never know.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that it's not possible. It's possible.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay,
I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm
right,
just saying sometimes you have to be careful of that
right,
when going taking that to another level. But
right. Of course,
if you've seen in the relationship and it's not a rebound thing, it's not like
right,
we feeling sorry for each other and we just say,
right, right,
we've
We
been
just stuck
friends, you know
together.
my situation. Come
right,
on, let's just do
Let's do
this.
it. Let's try it. Let's see what
You
right.
happens.
And that, yeah, and that her testimony was that he let her know that he had always loved her and that she, they prayed about it. It
know.
was a really beautiful testimony, and they're married now.
Amen.
That's why I say everybody's situation is different. You really gotta. I just really think that you gotta pray, and when you have a conversation with the individual, you know what your goals are. If you want to be in a relationship, if you desire to marry, if you're not desiring to marry, then I don't think we need to be hooking up, because then that's just a waste of my time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just
It's
the
better though.
mindset now.
Mhm.
The individual told me they didn't want to get married. I should have just went on about my business. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
When you hear that, someone asks, what does
hmm
committed mean? What does committed mean?
That's us exclusive
come in an
relationship.
agreement, right? You come
Yeah.
in an agreement
Yeah.
that you're going to be in a
Both
relationship,
both of came in an agreement.
Right. We're
right?
not talking to anybody
Absolutely.
else.
It
It's
can't be
just
one
you and I.
sided.
That means
Right.
both have had this conversation that hey,
Conversation,
we are committed
right?
in this committed relationship.
Exclusive. Yes.
We're headed to hit this way.
Right,
If it's marriage that we're headed to, it's marriage. If it's
Right.
just long
right,
term, we just gonna be dating forever. Uh,
right.
we gonna just commit to that.
You have to have. It has to be a conversation.
No, it has to be a conversation, and
Yeah.
everybody have to have that conversation. Okay, so
Right.
we're dating, we're committed in this long relationship towards
Hmm.
marriage.
Mhm.
Right.
We're dating in this long relationship just to have company. Because
Right.
there, some older folks,
Yes.
they just
Just
date
want company. Yeah.
companionship and they're
Yeah.
Mhm.
committed to it. They're
Okay.
committed to that. So
Right.
committed can be a different areas of commitment. I
Right.
was getting ready to say something, and I lost my train of thought.
What you were getting ready to say, because I made a statement about the person saying that they didn't want to get married. What do you do when you hear that? That's where you were going.
Okay, right, right. When you get to that point where somebody you've having a conversation, guy come to you and y'all communicating, and the
Hmm.
first thing during y'all communication, they say, "Well, you know what? I'm good. I did the married thing, but I don't want to get. I don't see myself getting married anymore."
Right.
Mhm.
Do you continue? I heard you say that you should have bailed out
Yeah.
when they brought that up. But do you bail out of that, or do you
Well,
stay in it,
I can. For
hope
me, I stayed in it. I
that
stayed in it, and
they change their mind?
I stayed in it not hoping that he changed his mind, but I stayed in it because I was content where I was.
Mhm.
And in the beginning, I wanted to get married. And because we had been hanging out, traveling, having all this fun, doing these things, doing things in the community with the organization, different things, it was good. And then one day, maybe like two, 2.5, almost on the third year, it was like, I know you want to get married. I don't want to get married. I said, well, I ain't asked you to marry me. I didn't ask that. So I don't know what the conversation was. I think that was kind of like trying to get a way out. But then because
Mhm.
I said I am not, and I'm just being transparent, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat anything. And I said that, well, I didn't ask you to marry me. I mean, why are we having this conversation? So I stayed a little longer than I was supposed to.
Mhm,
Mhm.
And then when I realized that I don't want to do this, I go and pray and ask the Lord, tell me how to make my exit.
mhm,
the next day, the Lord had him to exit,
Mm,
Mm.
which was good for me because it was my prayer was being answered.
right,
Amen.
right.
It just hurt a little long. It hurt a little harder because I
Yeah,
wasn't the one to exit first.
yeah.
And then so you, and then right.
Because I was
And
going to ask
yeah.
that. I was going to
Oh
ask that.
yeah. Oh
Who
yes.
did the exit first? Who, did
He exited. I went to. I prayed to God the night before. I remember it like it was yesterday. I prayed and I asked him. I told the Lord. I said, I know I need to get out of this. I need to. This is not the way I'm supposed to be living, and this is not what I want. I do want to get married,
Yeah.
Right.
and so I said, Lord, just give me a way of an exit. Just help me to walk away.
Mm.
And the next day, we were having a conversation, and there it was.
Okay.
And
Mm.
so I had to be happy about, and not really happy, but God had answered my prayer, not in the way that I thought He was going to answer.
Right.
Let me just say that. And it hurt like all outdoors. But even in that, God had me to walk in forgiveness because it wasn't like I didn't know. You understand? I can't put the blame on. I'm not pointing the finger blaming nobody. I stayed.
Right.
Okay. I made a decision to do that. And and I think I mentioned before, he's married now. But the thing was, he was like he didn't want to get married. So then people make you feel bad. Well, he didn't want to marry you. What's wrong with you? No, it's okay.
No.
He married
Mm.
who he's supposed to marry.
I mean,
Right.
it's just not that what was for you.
Right.
Sometimes it's just.
Right.
I mean, sometimes we got to understand if we're praying to God and we
That's
asking God
right.
to show us and asking God to give it to us and asking
Hmm.
God to make a way and asking God to direct our path.
Right.
When He does direct our paths and when He does
Yeah.
allow that stuff to happen, we get in our feelings. But
Right.
Mhm.
Of course.
and
Because it's not what we think how we think
right,
it's supposed to
right,
happen.
right. It may not come out the way the storybook ending that you thought it was gonna
Right.
go,
Right.
Right.
because we
That's
so
so true.
sometimes we're caught up in the storybook
Hmm.
ending and the storybook. And I normally talk. I'm not gonna talk about y'all with your diaries, but sometimes we write in them diaries that storybook Cinderella stuff, and
Right.
it don't always end out that way. And then
Mm.
when it don't end out that way,
Hmm.
we want to blame everybody and want to fault everybody.
Right.
Instead of saying,
You
well, you know
can't.
what? I did pray to God and ask Him to
Hmm.
move it, and
Right,
He moved it.
exactly. We have
Now,
to remember our prayer. See, we have
Yeah.
to remember our prayer too. And a lot of times we don't do either. We like, oh Lord, that's not that. No, that's
yeah,
I prayed, I asked, and He did it. He allowed it to happen this way. So
Right.
even today we're friends. My mom is still friends with, their mom and their friends. And listen, I've had the gift of forgiveness. First of all, forgiving myself for staying and
That's
allowing
important.
myself to be, what
Yes.
I'm saying? I had to forgive myself first
Right.
and then that individual. And so now seeing them is not, thank God,
yeah,
I'm good.
it's good.
Even people, oh, he got married. But I say, listen, people, he married who he's supposed to marry.
When I see
Exactly.
you walking down the street, walk on by. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, listen, I got a question, man. This is good. Hey, y'all, if
Mhm.
you enjoying this, give me some hey, yay, whatever. I want to ask y'all this. I want to ask y'all this. I'm answered too, but I want to ask y'all this. Um, are there are there Christian rules of dating? Are there Christian rules of dating? If there are Christian rules of dating, what would be your rules? What would be your Christian rules of dating?
Mm, 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 mm.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
start with I'm gonna start with Chantel. Chantel, what would be your Christian rules for dating?
I would say first make sure you all are equally yoked. Um Also I just had one, just had it on the tip of my tongue. That you're walking in your purpose
Mhm.
and gosh, what was the other one? Oh, be intentional. Make sure you set boundaries. Make sure you have people in place that you trust. Like I was reading this book about courtship, and one of the things that they pointed out is, when you do get with someone, you're intentional about dating, building a relationship, pursuing a relationship, that you have maybe a married couple who has, been together for a while, and kind of go on a double date with them and let them see from the outside in the things that you can't see, because sometimes when we're in it, we don't see the things that other people see from the outside. So have a couple that you trust that can kind of give you some insight when they meet them, and pray, prayer is very, very important, and essential. Pray by yourself, pray together, build that relationship, make it stronger with God as you all walk together.
Okay.
Accountability partners.
Yes.
E, what would be
I
what
thought you were going next.
ladies, always ladies first. I'm a gentleman. You do that sometimes like that.
He always get us with the ladies first.
Always ladies first. I was raised right.
The
Rules.
first shall be last, and
I
the
don't.
last shall be first.
No,
Yeah.
when it comes to this right here.
Um. What are my rules?
Yeah,
I don't know.
what would be your Christian rules of dating?
I don't. I don't know if I have any rules today. I really, honestly, just want to wait and pray and not get in my emotions to get in a relationship. I just want to, like she mentioned, to pray, to for us to be able to communicate, for us to make goals together. If we're not making goals together to be committed, then I think we're wasting each other's time. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm not doing that in this season. And I'm just not going to be. What helps me build up my spirit, man, is fasting and praying. And that's what happened with me being able to pray about the last thing. And so I'm at a place where I'm just praying about it. And if I see someone that, if a gentleman approach me and we're talking and we sit down and have like, look, okay, like the last time, the gentleman that I told you all that he thought that I was going to spend the night at, and I told him, I said, did I give you that impression that I'm the type of woman to stay out all night? And he said, no, that's just something that I do. And I said, well, that's not something that I'm doing in this season. So I'm just not going to do the staying out at night and spending the night over. And, I want to do it different this time. That's just where I am in this season. So really the big thing is, I'm telling you, the communication in your relationship with God. I really want to know that you have this relationship with God, not based on, I think Chantel, you mentioned it before, not based on what you think I want you to be doing, but that's really what you got going on. Because I'm a firm believer, if a man has a relationship with God, he gonna know how to treat me. He gonna understand that there are certain things that we should not be doing, because God is gonna speak to him.
Right.
And I really believe that. I really, really believe that with my whole heart. That relationship that he got going on with God, not saying that he's gonna be perfect, but if he had a relationship with God, I know he gonna seek God about the relationship.
Yeah.
And I really, really believe that in this season. That's my desire.
Amen.
That is
You
my
got
desire.
you gotta have, to me, you gotta have standards
Yeah.
in
Right,
whatever you do in
right,
relationships. And I think I said it earlier, where you got to learn the word no, and
right.
sometimes stand on that word no.
Yes,
Um,
yes. Because
uh,
that boy, that did last gentleman told me I was crazy.
yeah,
I said, okay, I'll
got
be
to
crazy.
because I mean, you just was confident in your boundary. You was confident.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
for me, when I thought of this question,
Mhm.
like, ooh, dude, um, what kind of rules you got? I I have rules, um,
Mhm.
but I really was really thinking, because one of my rules is, for me, is that I believe in, and I say it all the time. I used to say it to the singles ministry all the time, that um I see relationship, where two people are together, whatever. My thing is, just treat me the way you would want to be treated.
Hmm.
That's
Mhm.
that's one of my rules. Uh
That's
Mhm.
very good.
Real trying to treat me the way, because nobody wants to be treated bad.
No.
Nobody
Right.
wants to be
Absolutely.
treated bad. So if you don't want to be treated bad, you shouldn't want to treat anyone else bad.
Right.
That's one of my
Right.
rules. Of course, I have you got to love God first.
Mhm.
That's another rule. Oh, before that, for the first one that I said, that definitely
Right.
loving God first. Um, um, be confident in yourself. Be confident in
Right.
who you are, regardless of who you may be with.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
their status may be one way, but you have to be able to stand firm and be confident in who you are. That for
Yeah.
me, that's I'm so working on that. I don't have it perfected yet, but that's something
Right.
that I work on me with anybody because
Mhm.
there was a time where I didn't have that confidence in myself. I didn't
Mm.
have
Right.
that confidence in who I was and the person I was. Now I'm now not being arrogant or whatever. I love this dude. I love
Right.
who
That's
I am.
so important, man.
I love the
Yeah.
person who I am. I love the
So
person who God
important.
has made me to be at this season. So
Right.
I'm there. Um, now this one I'm working on. I'm not good at it because I never really I do talk. I'm talking now, y'all. Y'all, I'm talking. I talk now.
Talking,
But before
preaching.
I
I'm
didn't
a
talk.
Mr. Communicator.
I I didn't talk. I didn't talk a lot. So communicating and having that that was not me. I did not communicate well. Um
Mhm.
like
Are
back
you
in
saying overall or in relationships?
overall.
Overall,
I was shy in the day. If you didn't know me during the like Mount Carmel days and the very first part of like
a
New Birth,
new birth.
I was
Overall.
I was very quiet and laid back. I didn't talk much. I hid behind the drums. That was my favorite place. If someone felt like they were gonna have to come and speak to me first, not being arrogant, because
Hmm.
people thought I was an arrogant. Somebody called me arrogant, and I'm like, huh? Me? Not, not, not me. I'm the most humble person that I know. So, but because I didn't talk a lot. I didn't. And if you're gonna come, you're gonna have to come approach me because I was not approaching because one, I didn't like rejection. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
part where
Right.
I'm more confident in myself now than I was then.
Mm.
Yeah, because some people's insecurity would appear to be reject a spirit of arrogance, and that's not the case. It's just
Yeah.
your
I'm
yeah.
just laid back. I'm to myself.
Right.
Right.
I'm like that today. I'm
Hmm.
like to myself. This right here, people see this and they think, oh, he's outgoing. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Listen, y'all, when that's when I can say and I can tell people that there's a God and the God that he's in control and a God that will
Hmm.
lead and
Hmm.
guide you because if it was not for me knowing God and having a relationship with God and
Right.
knowing it, I would not be doing what I'm doing now.
Right.
Well, I even remember I told you, I said, wow, I used to see you doing your podcast. I was like, what? That what
Yeah,
he doing?
'cause
And
that
it really blessed me to see that I knew that it was because God had told you to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I know, I know that you
I mean,
were, really quiet. So I'm just like,
yeah,
and it just really, I was like, man, see what I'm saying? And it's encouraging. It's
Yes.
encourage. You may not, people may not say it to you, but it's really it would encourage me. I think I told you that several times.
because when I launched the Let's Talk Church radio talk show on MBM,
Right.
Mhm.
I was like, huh? What, Lord? No.
Who doing what?
And I shared it with my sister Julie and Curry, and she's the one that really pushed me to do it. And
Wow.
she's actually that's why on my promo, her picture is on my promo because she's the one who
Right.
pushed me to do this. And
That's
yeah, I would not. But that's some of my my
God will let people see the gift in you that you don't see, but they'll
Yeah.
say it and confirm it though. He
Yeah.
does that too.
yeah. And I got
Yeah.
to and my other one rule is that I got to know what I'm looking for.
Gotta know
Or
what
do
you're
you
looking
know what you're looking for? Do you know
Oh,
what you want?
I do. Yeah, I am
now.
what I now. I mean, no,
Uh,
go now, but I know I know what I'm looking for. Um,
Okay.
but yeah,
Okay.
so that's some of my goals. That's some
Okay.
of my. Oh Lord, we have
Okay.
to eight. They
Yeah,
gonna
you 804. Yeah.
yeah, we have to eight. Hey, listen, man, I got plenty more, so we'll say this for next Wednesday. We'll save it for next Wednesday.
Okay. All right.
Hey, listen, somebody said I want the man. Uh, this is Sheila. She said, okay. She said, love yourself and be confident. Yep, it's important.
Right.
Got to
It's
Yes.
do it.
important.
I want the man to love me like the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
church.
Amen.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that's why I say if he loved God, man, let me tell I just
Okay,
I've been sharing it with my girlfriends lately. I really believe if they love the Lord,
yeah.
he gonna know how to love me. There ain't
And
gonna
you
be no issue.
and you can tell. You can tell.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's on both sides. That's on both sides.
Right.
Right.
Now,
Definitely.
now,
Right.
now, we may not have it right. We may still be, in the
We're
process.
not perfect. We're
Right.
No.
not perfect.
Still can tell if their direction is genuine and
Exactly.
true. Uh,
Very.
how they conduct themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll know that. You'll know that. I used to
Mm-hmm.
tell
Yes.
my girls when I was coaching track. I used to tell them all the time, be careful, give them boys the test because you'll know if they're genuine, if they're not genuine. If
Mm-hmm.
they trying
Yep.
to just check you and trying, get with
Mhm.
you, and you tell them no, 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 and they leave it alone for 6 months, now you might have you somebody. But if they come back
Right.
a week later trying to get you, and you say no, and they a week later and get now you got to let that go. 'Cause
Yes.
you know the
Yeah.
purpose. So you got to know, you got to see it, and you got to hold to it. And once again, just be confident in who you are. Stand strong with your standards, and learn the word no.
No.
I've learned that word.
No.
Yeah. No.
No, no, no,
I know
no,
Well,
it. I
that's a
just I
that's a
gotta
complete
utilize it more.
sentence. That's a complete sentence. No.
No.
no, no.
No explanation, just no.
Logged into the South Florida Live podcast. Hey, listen, we're building strong relationships with good relational goals. Hey, y'all, this is the singles edition with my crew, Chantel Weston, and also Emilda Wallace, the busy one. But hey, thank you, ladies. Thank you for joining me
Thank
this
you, Elder.
All righty. Thank
uh,
you. Thank
next
you for having us.
Yes.
next Wednesday. Peace and blessings to both of you.
All
God bless.
righty. Good night.
Hey, listen, you've been locked into the South Florida Live podcast. I appreciate everybody for coming on. I appreciate the conversation I was having with my sister, Judy. Thank you so much for sharing with us. That is so helpful to hear that from someone who is married and just give us an insight of the journey that you took and how it all worked out for the good. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Laverne. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. I think I saw Erica. Thank you. Those that was on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I saw Ms. Emma Jean, Reverend Emma Jean Brown. Thank you. Thank you for being a part. Hey, y'all, if you want to support this podcast, the information is right there. I don't push this. Somebody say I need to be more better at this, but I feel that if people want to bless you, they're going to bless you. If they're not, they're not. But that's the information right there. My team keep kicking me about it that I need to mention it more. So thank you, Miss Laverne. I think Laverne blessed us a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for supporting this podcast. Without you, we can't do the things that we want to do. Like I say, we want to go more digital later on in the year. So I may need your help. I may need your help. So listen. Thank you again. Peace and blessings to everyone. And I always say, I'll pray for you. Hey, y'all, don't tune into the let's talk about the things that matter in a few seconds. Tune in. Trust me. We got some stuff we're gonna talk about tonight on the let's talk about the things that matter. We're gonna tell the truth tonight, y'all. Y'all don't want to miss it. So I'm gonna click off and then I'm click back on. So don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Let's watch God change things.
the most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.